So this car is a ship, just like your body's a ship. Your forehead is the bow. That's why when you bow down, that's why it's called a bow of a ship. So I got to focus, right? To get to my destination, I got to focus. I can't look over here. I can't look over here. I got to focus. Because if I get distracted, I go off in the ditch. Do you hear what I'm saying? If you get distracted with your own body ship, you go off in the ditch. Yeah, there's people that need help. You stay focused. If somebody wants to get in the ship with you, fine, pull them in, but you still stay focused, just like a captain of a ship. If you're the captain of your ship, you cannot be distracted. You cannot be distracted. You cannot be distracted. If you're the captain of a business, you cannot be distracted. If you're the captain of a home, you can't be distracted. The whole thing's about trying to capsize your ship and distract you. You can't help anybody else. Look, in order to manage your ship, your body ship, your car ship, your house ship, your business ship, your investment ship, whatever, you got to stay focused. I'll decode the word focus one day. OC, let's see, what is OC? Orange County. I'm trying to think of the hologram. CO is together. Let's see, what was Orange County? The Orange County chopper, the motorcycles. Orange County seems to be in the news a lot about other stuff, but I can't remember what the news was about. But Orange County has a lot of news. F is 6. OC is the cycles. CO is together. Us is us. CU is Q, following after. This is a hard one to decode. If you do the anagram, SUCOF. I'm trying to do it in real time. But anyway, I'm close. You're moving from the flesh mind to the spirit mind. But you got to stay focused even when you're renewing your mind. Okay, so here's a big one. This will help somebody. When you're renewing your mind, the noise and everything around you is trying to mess with you, keep you off point. You got to stay on point. Your goals, your dreams, your vision, you've got to have a vision. And even if it changes, that's fine. It don't matter if it changes. That's okay. But just have a vision. And so you got to focus. You give this person 1% of your time, 2%, 5%. If they jump on your ship and you're on the same point. If it's a marriage, that's your ship, right? If it's a family, that's your ship. If it's a business, that's your ship. But you have to manage all these different ships, and so you've got to not be distracted with the peripheral, right? Because if you get distracted, you capsize your ship. And sometimes you have to cut everybody off and get back on focus, get back on par, right? And I don't even want to say par because you want to hold it. You don't want a par like a par 3. You want a hole in one. You want to focus, stay on par, stay on point, stay on goal. You might have some stuff try to distract you that you can just kind of look at and listen to and take some advice here or whatever, but you're listening to the Holy Spirit. You're not listening to man, but God can speak through man. But you stay on point, you stay on focus, you do your thing. They put their names on their parking spaces. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that was there. You stay on point. Now, something I noticed in my life is, okay, so people want to hang out with somebody who's stable, who's focused, who's got a goal, who's going somewhere, right? You want to yoke up with that kind of person. But the problem is, I've seen it in my life, being married or being dating some woman or whatever. I've seen this, or friends, family. I've watched this from afar. I've never talked about this, and it came to me again today. I've seen this pattern. So you're stable, and you got somebody who's not, that you're yoked up with, right? And they say something like, well, I'm just ready to quit, or I'm ready to leave, or I'm ready to throw in the towel, or something out of their mouth. The heart speaks. So when I notice when they do that, they're reflecting back that holographic reality. Because think about it. If a man is hardworking, good, stable, faithful, dependable, working 2 jobs, and the woman starts to get all crazy, the man's going to bolt. But she's reflecting back what she's giving out. Like I said, in order to have friends, you got to be friendly. In order to yoke up with stability, you got to be stable. But if you got a woman, and this is for the men, the women can flip it, because there's stable women that are not yoked up with the unstable men. But I'm just giving you from a man's perspective. But you can flip it in your situation, whether you're a man or a woman. But so you got a stable person, and then somebody's trying to get in your ship, and they're unstable. What's going to happen? Their unstable mind is pushing the other person away, because their reflection, they're unstable in their mind. They want to throw in the towel, they want to run, they want to hide, they want to escape. Why are they trying to leave? Why are they trying to escape? Because they hate authority. They hate the conviction of the Holy Spirit. So they're like this. And so they're trying to find somebody who's like this, who will let them have false doctrine, doctrines of demons, doctrines of devil, tossed to and fro by every wind of doctrine. They're going to yoke up with another person who's unstable. And this stable person is going to say, adios, because you're messing up the stability of this ship. You've got to go. This ship has to be stable. This business has to be stable. This marriage has to be stable. This home has to be stable. You can't let that person come in, because you know they're a drug head, and you know they're going to steal from you. You can't let them in our house. Oh, do you hear me? Yeah, I hear you. Well, why'd you let them in? Why are you going out here to the whatever? I didn't have, I don't think I had. I might have had that experience. I don't know. Why are you going out to the club? That's nothing but instability. That's not focused on this ship. Your focus is on somebody else's ship, not my ship, not your ship, but somebody else's ship, because you're like this. You're like the waves of the sea. So if you don't get stable, if you're like this, you're going to reflect it back. I don't care if it's a job. I don't care if it's a marriage. I don't care if it's a boyfriend, girlfriend. I don't care if it's a friend. I don't care if it's family. I don't care if it's your son. If you're a mom and you're like this, but your son's stable, he can't function with you. You only get 1% of his time, 10%. Eventually, if it keeps going, you might get 0%, whether it's a wife, girlfriend, friend, whatever. If you're like this and somebody else is like this, sound doctrine, truth, stable, and you're over here tossed to and fro by every wind of doctrine, do you think this is in unity with this? No, there's no yoke. You can't be yoked up with chaos. Order and logic and stability cannot be yoked up with the sine wave. That sine wave needs to be nailed to the pole, nailed to that pole, and you need to die. And a lot of people, the reason a lot of people are this way, because they don't want authority in their life. Authority will hold you accountable. If somebody loves you, they're going to hold you accountable, but you're trying to run from that accountability that keeps you stable. So they're going to push you away. They're going to push you away. And this could be for a man, for a woman, for kids. It could be for anybody, any situation. It could be employees, it could be boss, it could be anybody. If you're like this and you're a boss, your people are going to go away and go to another job. And you're going to have high turnover rate. And if you have high turnover rate, the people above you are going to say, hey, while you got high turnover rate, what are you doing wrong? You keep having high turnover rate, something wrong with you. Do you understand? This is stability. This ship, the bow of my ship, has to be stable, or I run into this car, run in this car. If you're like this, tossed to and fro by every wind of doctrine, by every urge, by your drinking, your drugging, your bar hopping, you're going to be cast to the side. And you're going to yoke up with other people, and you'll never be happy. You'll never find stability with anybody, because a stable person doesn't want unstable people around them. Whether it's a marriage, whether it's a friend, whether it's a business, whether it's investing. If a company's like this, the investors pull out. Hello? Yeah, this is good to do trading options, but when you got a company that's stable, that's where you invest, because people want stability. There's always going to be this, but you don't have to let that control your inner man. So your inner man can be stable in the midst of trouble. But when somebody's causing chaos in your world, in your life, my suggestion is talk to them. Say, I can't handle chaos. I need stability. I need normal, peaceful conversations. I don't need your drama. I don't need anything. If you got a problem, talk to me. We'll work on it. But I don't need a bunch of chaos. And if they say, okay, but then they keep doing it, they don't, because you say, hey, how's that work? How's that sound for you? Does that sound legit? Yeah, that sounds legit. But if they want to run out the back door, screaming and yelling, because you revealed what they are, the drama queen or the narcissist, you reveal what they are, they run out the door, they leave. So they lose that person who's stable in their world. This is not a joke, people. This is the description of what I've observed my whole life, and I've never talked about it. And people say, why am I by myself? Why is everything falling apart? Why is everything this way? Why'd they leave? Why is it trouble? I'm not saying anybody's a bad person. Everybody's been through that. But if you've gone through it enough cycles, you need to learn from it. If you've been through that time and time again, you need to look in the mirror and say, okay, I want to be stable. And no human is going to make you stable. Only God is going to make you stable. And God is using the instability cycle to birth in stability. But stability only comes from the spirit mind. It doesn't come from the flesh mind. And as long as you're walking in the flesh mind and hanging out with flesh creatures, you will never find that stability and that peace and that comfort and that good feeling about life. You'll always be in turmoil.